Alrighty guys, welcome to the channel. Brentgoesham here, and I just wanted to go ahead and make a quick tutorial video on how I ended up setting up my streaming server. I previously was trying to do multiple things, like I was trying to stream to Twitch, to maybe YouTube at the same time, and there are a lot of alternatives to doing what I'm going to show you here, but this is the way I went. I understand all of you guys aren't going to be able to do it. Some of you guys don't have the budget, or you guys don't have money just sitting around that you can just throw at this. But for those of you out there, it's this setup will cost you about $10 a month, depending. But I'm going to teach you guys how to set up a Linode server. Hey.
Hi. What are you doing?
I was just making a how-to video. So the first thing that I did, and like I said before, I mean, I struggled with this, and I kind of came to the conclusion. I was like, you know what, like I'm a new YouTube channel, and I need to. I had a bunch of questions, I had a bunch of problems. So what I came to the conclusion is you know what, I'll go ahead and document the journey it took for me to get to where I was, and hopefully make that shorter for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in, and the first thing that you're one of the first things you're going to want to do is I'll go ahead and over here. Dang it.
Get a point that way.
There we go.
Wait, that way?
That way. So
up there?
I'll put a link up here somewhere, or a little graphic, but you're going to want to excuse me, set up a Linode server. And like I said, the base plan is $10 a month. Which really isn't too bad. I mean, I pay $10 a month for streaming service. You guys pay about what, $8, $10 a month for Netflix. Different services that you use, and this is a cloud server. It'll take care of all the things that you need to do. I also picked up a domain name while I was at it, and that way I could just point to it. I set up a website on it, so there's a lot of things that you can do. And if you take this video, I know it's kind of long-winded and it's not very short so far, obviously, but by the end of it, if you follow through to the end, you'll be able to set up your own website. You'll have the foundation, the skeleton to set up your own website, to set up a .tech domain. Last time I knew, I picked one up for $5. So for $15 startup, you can start your own website for your channel. You can have a dedicated streaming service and going to that channel and your website that you can push to any number. And I mean, the base plan, you have like me, I'm bottlenecked by, I have Comcast. I have a lower plan, so I've only got like 6 upload and then 30 download. So that's kind of a bottleneck for me. So if I was trying to stream to 2 services, it's gonna be laggy, it's gonna be choppy, the bitrate isn't gonna be good, and then both sides are going to suffer. So now I send out one stream, I send it to my server, and then my server, I tell it from there to send it to YouTube, Twitch. I just set it up today to send it over to Facebook as well. So that's 3 right there. I mean, if you guys are on Ustream, you can send it there. Just keep in mind, it's a 40 megabit down. Generally speaking, your streaming services are going to ask you to have a bit rate of about 3,500. So
how do you get
if you go to here, I'll go ahead and pull it up. This is the little tutorial, the guide that I used, and I'll go ahead and put that down in the description. But let's go ahead and open that up, and linode.com. If you go to linode.com, you can sign up. There's resources, there's pricing. So I do the $10 a month. You get a cloud server with 2 gigabytes of RAM, 1 CPU core, 24 gigabytes of SD storage, which isn't too bad really. You get 2 terabytes of transfer, 40 gigabit network in, and 125 network out. So you can push in up to 40 gigabits per second, and then you can push out 125. So you could be pushing out to, I mean, as many streaming services as you want to, while also setting up a website on there. I actually host, I use a JW player, and I actually have a little player on my website that you can go to and you can watch my live stream. So it's a more personal touch. You can do a lot more, and it's just the opportunities are endless, and it's had me really excited. So I hope that kind of keeps you guys excited as well. And then branching off from that, so once you have that all set up, I use Ubuntu 16.04, and there's it's real easy to set up. So I might make another video showing you how to do that, but today's just kind of the skeleton video on where I'm going to guide on how to use OBS to push out one stream. So I mean, most of us can handle at least one stream as long as you have about 5 megabit upload. You're totally fine. You can do a lot of live streaming, even if you got to bring it down just a little bit. But up, and then I'll do another video on Ubuntu, getting that set up, which is super easy. It doesn't take a lot. All you have to do is install it. Linode will do that for you. So you just say you want Ubuntu on there. So the first thing you're gonna do is go ahead and jump in after you have that all set up and run these commands. You can literally, I've done this multiple times. I had to restart my server one time, so I just wiped it clean, started it all over, and you can just copy and paste those into there. So sudo apt-get install build essential. That is just oh, and it's pronounced Nginx. So Nginx that is the RTMP server that we're going to be using to push in, that will receive our stream and then output it to multiple streams. And this is the RTMP and you have to download the module. So it's not, a lot of times in like Linux you can just say sudo apt-get install like RTMP. Well, it doesn't work like that. This is using Nginx and then an RTMP module that you have to actually build. So the easiest way to get about doing that is just to follow these list of commands. It's super easy. If you wanna, you can change it up. Like this is a little bit of an older link right here, but it still works. wget. You can actually use this a lot, and you can use this to download anything. So if you get a link address, you can download anything to your server through the command line. And the command line is actually a really powerful tool that I recommend you learn. But for now, we'll just go ahead and keep this super simple. It is a super simple process. So the first thing you're going to do is run this command, and I actually have, I use PuTTY. I'm on Windows. So this is my server, and I'm actually going to go ahead and block out my IP address just for personal choice. But sudo, there's that. You can just copy that, go back into here, right click, and that will pop up. You can go ahead and run that. I already have it installed. But so it's going to say, oh, there are additional things. So we're going to go ahead and install those. Boom, that is done. So, and honestly, you could do this blindly, but I highly recommend going through, reading some of this, reading through the notes and all of that. Then we're going to go ahead and wget this. I actually already have that. And where is it? There we go. So I actually already have that installed. So ls cd home /home to go to my home folder, ls, and you will see right here that is the tar.gz that you're going to download. wget is a it's a command that tells your computer to download it from this HTTP address. So that's what I did there. So I have that, and I already had that installed. That is right there. Next thing you're going to do is wget this, and then you're going to unzip. This is from GitHub. GitHub is a repository for code, and this is your RTMP module. So if you're following along here, you see right here is the RTMP module source. You're going to just run this command. It'll get it for you. I highly recommend just copy, paste from Windows. You can use a utility. It's called PuTTY right here. Just go ahead and download that. It's super easy download. And then just run these sequentially. So run this one. Go ahead and copy that, paste it in here, run it. It'll do a couple things. Sometimes you have to hit Y, yes. which means yes, that you're giving permission to install it. Then you're going to unzip that file, the master zip file, and you're going to go ahead and run that. Then you're going to hit CD, which is change directory, move into Nginx, which is the folder that you unpacked it into. Then we're going to go ahead and build the program. So it's actually really easy. I mean, it's literally, I mean, once you get started, you can start with a fresh install, run 1, 2, 3 commands, run 3 more. You're in the folder that you need to be in, and then we're going to build Nginx. So you're going to go ahead and copy this over. Highly recommend you do it. Copy it, paste it in there, run it, hit enter. You're going to hit make, and I've actually had problems here where I didn't have the right folder or whatnot, so you know what I did is I just restarted. And like I said before, I had to restart, so I got back to here, and you want to make sure you're copying and pasting everything exactly. So when you hit make, if you have no problems, that means that it did it all right. And then you're going to hit sudo make install. If you're running as root like I am, you don't have to worry about putting sudo, but you can go ahead and put it in anyways. It's not going to affect anything, so just copy that over, paste it, and then Nginx is installed, so it'll be installed. So if you want to start the service, you're gonna put this in, and then so for example, so yeah, you know what? I'll just show you guys. So just literally copy, come over here and paste and run it. So this is freaking out on me because it's already running, so I can actually hit the up key and that'll bring back the last command I ran. You can actually go through a lot of your recently used commands. So you hit it once, that is that. So if I wanted to stop my server, I would put that in dash S, the S flag, and then hit stop. If I run that and you have no errors, that means Nginx is stopped. And then if you go ahead and just run that same one again that you ran the first time, that will start your server. So that is how you stop and start. As you no tag, you just put user local Nginx sbin Nginx -s to stop, and subtract that to, and just have this here, and that is how you start it. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to copy this. Well, go ahead and wait a second. So you're gonna go ahead and open this. So you're gonna want to go to your Nginx config file, and that is where we're going to drop in this code. So what you want to do, if you're not familiar with Linux, hit CD change directory. Then for one shorthand you can do is to do this. So you're gonna go to Nginx, and then you're going to go to the config folder / and let's go ahead and see what that was. Config, then nginx.config. So if I hit ng, it should give me, oh, nothing. Oh, Nginx. Oh, yeah, so actually, I forgot to put the CD. So CD space user. Boom. Okay, so now we are in the config folder. So hit ls, and you're going to see ls just means list script, I believe, something like that. And you're going to see nginx config. You already have a backup in. Well, I already do. Nginx.config.default. So what you're going to do is run nano, which is a editor, a text editor, kind of like Notepad, but from the command line. So you're going to run nano nginx. You can use that as, and then you hit enter. So if what you're going to want to do, there we go. Okay, so this is the default one. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that because prior I forgot that I have all of my stream keys. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and enter that, copy over all of this information, hit copy, then go in here paste it all over, and that is the application. So this is your application live, and then from live you can so if you go to here and you run application live, it is going to your server. But say you want to stream to Twitch, go to the line after record and hit enter, and tab over to right here where it says record off, underneath record off, and then right here there's a there it is. So there's this line of code. So this is just a general outline, but you're going to run push RTMP. So we're going to go ahead and copy that and then paste it in here after that. So you're going to use the push command to send your RTMP : // just like you would kind of do with HTTP : // This is an RTMP protocol. And then so you're going to go to other streaming service RTMP URL. So that would be on Twitch. Like say you're trying to stream to Twitch, that would be your if you just Google here, we can go ahead and do that right now. So if you're trying to find your RTMP, you're going to go ahead and type in Twitch RTMP URL. So the first one that comes up is Twitch and Justin. So me, I am closest to Chicago, so I'm going to copy RTMP. So go ahead and copy that. Go ahead and go back in here. And delete everything within those brackets here, and then paste that. So that is your server, the RTMP server, and then you're going to go ahead and put in your stream key. So delete stream key here, then put in your stream key for Twitch, and you can use that push command in this application. So right here you have your opening bracket, then your closing bracket. Say you wanted to stream to YouTube as well, paste that there. So in your YouTube, it'll give you your RTMP stream and your stream key all in one. So you can go ahead and load those in. Say you want to stream to Facebook, just Google the I had to make a page, but from your page you can actually live stream to a page that you have set up, say for your live streaming or whatever. Then you can actually be streaming to multiple accounts, and then you're gonna go ahead and hit Control X to exit. Save modified. I'm not going to, but obviously you will, and you're gonna want to use the nginx.config, not the defaults. I'm just using that because I already have my server set up for at the moment 3 setups. So I have Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions for me, I'll be here listening. I know I didn't cover everything. I know there's a lot of questions. You probably still have a lot more questions, but that is kind of the skeleton. And if I would have known about this platform beforehand and known that I could have full control over it, like I don't like sending my stream to somebody else's server or something else where they manage it. You know what I mean? Maybe they're saving it. Maybe they're doing whatever, I don't know, but I like to have full control. I like to, and this is a platform where you can actually create your own website. You'll actually know if by going to your server IP, your Linode server IP, you can actually type that in, and then you should see a website. So mine is at Brenton.tech, like I said in the beginning, like earlier I said, and I set up my own website. So this is running off the same server that we just set up here. I just went in and changed the index.html file and set it up like I like it. So I have my home, I have my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, Facebook, Twitter on here, just a little blurb, Brentgoesham Gaming and Media, and just a little about me. It's not a big page, it's just kind of a home base for everything I'm doing. I actually have a player set up to that. It's not. I don't have the code in there right now. Took it out for scaling issues, but it's gonna go right here, and then it'll actually push it to that as well. So 4 services, 1 server, 1 stream from your computer, and you're saving bandwidth. So for $10 a month, you can be pushing out. Let's try to. I'm trying to think of the math here. 3,500 times 4. Most service providers aren't going to give you that for even a $10 increase, in your internet plan. So you would have well over 15 gigabytes of or megabits per second. Why did I say gigabytes? Megabits per second on your upload to be able to do this. But for $10 a month, you can do this, and it's an awesome way to get things going. It's gives you a host, to be able to push your website to, be able to broadcast yourself on your own dime, and for really not that much. I'm kind of rambling on here now, but thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to let me know down in the description and in the comments, or let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see next. If you guys have any more questions and what new videos I should make after this. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've just really wanted to help you guys out. I wish I would have had someone there to kind of guide me and direct me, and I don't know, maybe you guys aren't like me, and maybe you guys just want to stream to one or the other. That is fine. You can just use OBS there's my phone, OBS to go to one or the other. So thanks for tuning in, guys, one more time, and you guys keep pressing ham. Brentgoesham signing off.